Minecraft, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom are very similar games. Of course, you've got the surface level stuff like the open world, weapons and tools that break, and resources for you to collect, but I'm talking about something deeper, something even more integral to their design philosophy. Hyrule and your Minecraft worlds are empty. There's so much space with not a lot to do. And that is why they're so fun to play. I'm Ouroboros. Let's talk. These are very different games from the rest of the market. You have some developers who are trying to pack as much into a given area as they possibly can. Think another Nintendo game that came out right after Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey. The kingdoms in that game are so unbelievably dense. There's moons around every corner and enemies for you to take over every single step of the way. But then you have Mojang, and also Nintendo, who decided to take that content density and put it in a world that is so much more massive than it really needs to be. I love this philosophy. It gives the games so much more room to breathe. It gives you the ability to simply exist in the world. It makes it feel like the world was there long before you were and will exist long after you're gone. You are a part of the world instead of the world being a part of you. It's calming and soothing, and this type of game is not for everyone. You shouldn't go into these games looking for adrenaline or high-pressure, intense moments. They're very few and far between. I don't understand why people say that these types of games are boring because they're not the right target demographic. It's like trying to sell a Barbie to a 65-year-old man or a turn-based RPG to FPS fans. Sure, there will be a little bit of crossover here and there, but not much. It's almost like these are the game equivalent of minimalist music. Take, for instance, Terry Riley's In C. It's really just 50 basic musical ideas that a group will go through independently at their own pace. Performances can last from 10 minutes all the way up to an hour. It's a slow evolution of the music. It allows you to get lost in it. And whenever there's a new idea that's presented or restated, your brain goes, aha! The music in these games does an amazing job of conveying this. Remember back when Breath of the Wild released and a bunch of people were complaining that that game didn't have music? Yeah, that was stupid. The soundtrack for Breath of the Wild is really similar to Minecraft, and yet everybody loves the Minecraft OST. Yeah, it's vastly different from past Zelda titles, but here, listen to Minecraft with its normal music. And now with some older Zelda music. Which one works? If you're not lying to yourself, you should have picked the original music. Now try Breath of the Wild with its normal music. And with some older Zelda music. Now you may be saying, hey, I actually like the older music. Awesome, I really like it too. But I wouldn't want to listen to it for 80% of a 100+ hour playthrough. More importantly, it doesn't fit with the game's tone. Breath of the Wild is literally a post-apocalyptic game. Ganon won 100 years ago, and now you're exploring the ruins of a once proud Hyrule kingdom. Breath of the Wild and Minecraft aren't triumphant games. Zelda is somber, melancholic, and desolate. Minecraft is empty, lonely, and vast. You can't have heroic music blasting in your ear the whole time. And that makes the moments when there are those little short melodies so much more impactful. Like the game notices you and says, I hear you. You're all alone in this massive world, but here's a glimmer of hope. And you cherish and relish in that glimmer. Sometimes it's music, and sometimes it's gameplay. Those little discoveries are so much more impactful when you're anxiously waiting for them to come. Think about any time you watch somebody play Minecraft and they get excited when they finally find a village or a woodland mansion or especially the stronghold. Think back to your playthroughs of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom when you finally find that shrine that's been eluding you. You built up all of this anticipation and tension waiting for something, and that dopamine hits really hard when you finally get there. It's a cathartic release on par with beating a difficult boss, and it happens over and over again in these games. It's the same reason we all play the lottery. We all know there's no way we'll ever win, but we continue to play again and again, waiting in anticipation for those numbers to be called or scratching off that final number. It's the same reason why you see people obsess over loot-based games, clinging to hope as you see the items drop and praying for that final piece of gear that you need to complete your build. It's the same reason why we continue to get excited over diamonds. Stone after stone, dirt after dirt, gravel after gravel, we all continue to mine until finally we see that familiar blue ore that we've all come to love. You can't make impactful discoveries like that if the world is filled with them. If the world is littered with waypoints and side quests, what's the point of running around a massive world? Why not just teleport to each location? Why even have an open world at all? Why not just make it a bunch of missions? By spreading things out, you start asking questions about the world around you. Hey, what's that over there? Oh, I got an upgrade. Maybe it'll help with that thing I was struggling with before. That's where these games shine. We've all seen speedruns, but realistically, how many of us have actually charged off to fight a boss completely naked? Probably not many, and probably even fewer of us manage to hold our own. It's weird to say that nothing is powerful, but it is. It just has to be used correctly. For tension in a horror movie, for emotional impact in music, for comedic effect in a stand-up routine, and even for discovery in games. You can critique the new Zeldas and Minecraft all you want, but you have to respect how effectively they use this. To create something so incredible from something so empty is truly remarkable. Thanks for watching.